Not far behind was the musician David Cope. World Health Organization coined the phrase, musical intelligence, to explain his experiments with artificial intelligence-powered composition. Cope once told ME that as early because of the 1960s, it looked as if it would him perfectly logical to try to artistic things with algorithms, instead of fastidiously drawing by hand each word of a story, a note of music, or brushstroke of a painting. He thus started tinkering with algorithms on paper, then in 1981 affected computers to assist solve a case of composer's block. Cohen and Cope were among a few eccentrics pushing computers to travel against their nature as cold, shrewd things. The still nascent field of AI had its focus set squarely on solid ideas like reasoning and designing, or on tasks like enjoying chess and checkers or finding mathematical issues. Most AI researchers balked at the notion of artistic machines. Slowly, however, as Cohen and Cope cranked out a stream of educational papers and books concerning their work, a field emerged around them: procedure creativeness. It enclosed the study and development of autonomous artistic systems, interactive tools that support human creativeness, and mathematical approaches to modeling human creativeness. Within the late 90s, procedure creativeness became a formalized space of study with a growing cohort of researchers and eventually its journal and annual event. Soon enough, because of new techniques unmoving in machine learning and artificial neural networks, during which connected computing nodes decide to mirror the workings of the brain, artistic AIs might absorb and ascribe real-world knowledge and establish patterns and rules that they might apply to their creations. Computer scientist Simon Colton, then at Imperial School London and currently at the Queen Madonna University of London and Monash University in Melbourne, Australia, spent abundant of the 2000s building the painting Fool. The PC program analyzed the text of stories, articles and alternative written works to work out the sentiment and extract keywords. It then combined that analysis with an automatic search of the photography website Flickr to assist it to generate aesthetic collages within the mood of the first article. Later the painting Fool learned to color portraits in real time of individuals it met through an associate in nursing connected camera, again applying its mood to the fashion of the portrait, or in some cases refusing to color something as a result of it absolutely in an exceedingly unhealthy mood. Similarly, within the early 2010s, procedure creativeness turned to diversion. AI investigator and game designer Archangel Cook dedicated his Ph. thesis and early analysis associate work on Goldsmiths, the University of London, to making Angelina, that created straightforward games supported news articles from The Guardian, combining current affairs text analysis with hard-coded style and programming techniques. Colton says AIs began to seem like artistic artists in their title during this era, incorporating components of creativeness like deliberateness, skill, appreciation, and imagination. However, what followed was attention to mimicry, besides disputation over what it suggests to be artistic. New techniques that excelled at classifying knowledge to high degrees of preciseness through continual analysis helped AI master existing artistic designs. AI might currently produce works like those of classical composers, renowned painters, novelists, and additional. One AI-authored painting sculpturesque on thousands of portraits painted between the 14th and 20th centuries sold for $432,500 at auction. In another case, study participants struggled to differentiate the musical phrases of Johann Sebastian Bach from those created by a bug referred to as Coletta that had been trained on Bach's compositions. Even IBM returned to the fun, tasking its Watson AI system with analyzing 9,000 recipes to plan its cookery concepts. But several within the field, yet as onlookers, were puzzled if these AIs extremely showed creativity. Though refined in their mimicry, these artistic AIs appeared incapable of true innovation as a result of they could not include new influences from their atmosphere. Colton and a colleague represented them as requiring much human intervention, oversight, and extremely technical knowledge in manufacturing artistic results. Overall, as musician and laptop music investigator Pal Dahlstedt put it, these AIs converge toward the mean, making one thing typical of what's already out there. Whereas creativeness is meant to diverge away to form the step to true creativeness, Dahlstedt recommended, AI would model the causes of the music, the conditions for its returning into being, not the results. True creativeness may be a pursuit of originality. It's a recombination of disparate concepts in new ways. It's the sudden solution. It would be music or painting or dance, however conjointly the flash of inspiration that helps cause advances on the order of sunshine bulbs and airplanes and also the table. Within the read of the many within the procedure creativeness field, it's not nonetheless possible by machines. In just the past few years, artistic AIs have expanded into vogue inventions, into authorship that's individualized instead of imitative, which comes to that means and deliberateness, albeit none exists. For Colton, this part of deliberateness, attention on the method, additional therefore than the ultimate output, is essential to achieving creativity. However, he wonders whether or not that means and believability are essential because the same literary work could lead to immensely different interpretations if the reader is aware of it was written by a person versus a girl versus a machine. If an associate in nursing AI lacks the cognizance to mirror its actions and experiences, and to speak its artistic intent, then is it creative? Or is that the creativity still with the author? World Health Organization fed it knowledge and directed it to act? Ultimately, moving from an effort at thinking machines to an effort at artistic machines might rework our understanding of ourselves. 70 years agone, Alan Turing, typically represented because the father of computer science, devised a take a look at what is known as the imitation game, to live a machine's intelligence against our own. Turing's greatest insight, writes thinker of technology Joel Parthmore of the University of Skövde in Sweden, lies in seeing digital computers as a mirror by that the human mind might contemplate itself in ways in which antecedently weren't potential. From the everyday,